Hey, what's happening, gamers? Welcome back to more of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. If you guys could get those likes up, that'd be great. We're currently starting around 50 likes with about 40 people watching, so not bad. And we're going to be playing as April, or Karai tonight. Yeah, that's right, Karai. Karai's next. So enjoy the opening, and I'll be back in a sec.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, heroes in the hot shell. They are the world's most fearsome fighting kings. The heroes in the hot shell and their queens. When the evil shredder attacks, these turtle boys don't cut him no slack. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Splinter taught them to be ninja kings. Leonardo Lee's Donatello does machine. Raphael's cool but rude. Michelangelo's a party dude. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, heroes in the hot shell.
Alright, Turtle Power. Let's go. Bring this down. There we go.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Shredder's
That is a cool picture of Karai.
I found a very cool picture of Karai, yeah. It was, I'm running out of thumbnail templates, so I don't... So, by Friday specifically, we're going to be done with this game, because there's really not that much more I can do to milk from it, because we've almost gotten all the skins. In fact, survival, let's go to our crystal collection. Level 10 for Leo, level 10 for Mikey, level 10 for Raph, level 10 for Donnie, level 10 for Casey and Usagi, so that just leaves 3 characters left, and Splinter, who will be tomorrow's stream, is very close to level 10, and both Karai and April are at the same level, which is level 4. So if you want, we could both play as April and Karai for like your first thing, and then I can handle the rest of the stream.
ASMR today.
I have a very bad headache. Like I'm on my second can of brisk iced tea, and my headache got worse because the ginger ale can dispenser wasn't working right. So when I went to go grab a brisk iced tea, all the ginger ale came flying at my face and
like 90%
dropped
of
on
your
the floor.
problems are because of something.
I didn't even say you did it. You just like
I didn't.
you did just admit it.
What? A lot of my problems are because of stuff Lukey did. We cause each other problems, but always work one together.
Yeah. That doesn't hurt, right? Is that the only part of you that doesn't hurt right now? Okay, good. Alright, so I'm gonna be Karai. I'm gonna be, let's see, basic Karai. Movie Karai, I guess? I don't know. 2003 Karai. I have no idea who that is. 2012 Karai, maybe. Don't know. Don't know who any of these are. I want to say Super Nintendo Karai right there. Yep, hi guys, how's it going?
This is NES.
Yep.
April.
You
Should I
can-
be Super Nintendo April? Is that Super Nintendo?
There is no Super Nintendo April. There's NES, there's Game Boy.
What's this one?
That's regular. That's 87.
Oh, that's my favorite one.
You like 87 April? Okay, cool.
The yellow one.
The yellow
I
one.
like her wearing yellow.
Okay.
Am I allowed to do that one?
Yeah.
I didn't know if you were running a theme.
No, no theme. I'm too tired to think about themes. There we go. If you guys want to play, Amber and I are both in the game, so if you want to play with us. Change highlight view? Add a screen marker? What is all this stuff?
Maybe it's like instead of adding your time codes in the description, you do them there.
What
Huh?
are we waiting for?
I don't know. Maybe it's an easier way to add time codes. I would have
I'm
assumed that
gonna
would be.
ask our YouTube contact.
I would assume that
because
would be a stream marker. Would probably be a time
Let's get
code.
our
that would be awesome.
Maybe you could add it real quick. Just click on it. Time code.
I don't know what it does. I'm not clicking on it. Once I ask Google about it, then I'll mess around with it. I don't want to accidentally
So what
mess
now,
up the
fearless
screen.
leader?
Anyway, Gio said he might be able to try to look for pictures we could use in thumbnails.
Let's bust some crime.
Oh, that's very sweet, Gio, and send them on Discord. I don't know how long we're gonna be playing this, but
Friday at the most.
so I don't know how many pictures Luke would need, but that's very sweet, Gio.
I have thumbnails. Like I have 3 thumbnails.
Yeah, I think Luke was trying to say like he doesn't have a lot of thumbnail pictures anyway, but we're not doing that many videos anyway.
Well, this one's kind of risky.
Mondo notion, dude.
Oh my gosh, you're really using that as a thumbnail?
I mean, that was the most tame one I found. And I have this one. This one's okay. So, yeah.
Oh, I don't understand, man.
I don't know.
Why do they make these sculptures and stuff?
I'd make sculptures of you if I could make sculptures. I'm not very good at. I'm not a very artsy person though. So. We're just waiting on some people to hit the button to start. Oh, wow! You're warm. You're like a little oven.
I don't feel good.
Amber's an oven and I'm Mr. Freeze.
I'll show you something.
Is that hand colder than the other one?
Let me show you something. Something I saw today.
Oh, they're all they're down here. One.
See, these are people waiting for their homes. See?
Yeah.
They're waiting for a home.
So how do we help those people?
You have to donate to local charities because the government and celebrities like, no offense, but celebrities like Oprah and The Rock are not helping them. They're saying they're helping, but they're not. And also the US government said they delivered $1 million to them, but they haven't seen it. This lady was speaking today. She's local Lahaina person. All those people are still waiting for their homes. None of the government money or none of the celebrity money has gone to the local people. That
So where's it going?
it's going to build low-income housing to put all the people into poverty.
That's terrible.
And they're never going to be able to rebuild their homes. And this woman made an excellent point. She said that 80% of men that are native Hawaiians are actually construction workers, and they could actually build their own homes if you actually gave them the wood. You could spend $1 million on wood and they would just build their own homes back. And she said they're willing to do that. Just give them the lumber and they can do that. And that's what she's asking for. The only places that are helping are local food banks, local churches, but you don't give it to big time celebrities in the US or the US government. Those people and the Red Cross and stuff, those people are not helping people in Hawaii. They're not. None of the money is going to the Hawaiian people.
If they just need a few million, they should try to get a hold of Elon Musk or
They should ask a billionaire.
What about Mr. Beast?
Then they should get the money, and they need what they need is lumber. They need pieces of, whatever you do to build houses, electricity, plumbing, whatever you do to build a house. They need that resources, and they can build their houses back. That's what they want, is their homes back. They don't want to live in low income. They have been told by the US government, the people of Lahaina and Maui, this woman was very upset about it. She lives there, and she's native Hawaiian, and you can even hear it in her accent, and the fact that she used Hawaiian words that I don't know. But she said that they were told by the US government that they should consider moving away from their homeland, their home city that they've been in for generations, and they should move to the big city of Honolulu. Everyone should move there, and then just let US celebrities buy all the land that they've lived for generations.
No, that's a terrible idea.
That's what they were told by the US government.
Yeah, that's a bad idea.
Well, it's not an idea. I don't want to tell you, but I think that's why it happened. I think that's why
land.
It happened.
The land that's there belongs to the people of Hawaii. It doesn't belong to the...
What is happening in Hawaii right now is exactly what happened to the Native Americans, where they were promised their land. This is no different than taking the Native Americans off a reservation. This is exactly what happened.
Remember my head.
I know, but I'm saying people say that they care about native people and everything, and this is the only time it ever matters. These are the only native people left in the United States, and they're taking their land right now. These are their homes that they lived in their whole life. And guess what? Did you know Hawaiians did not even vote to become a state? They didn't want the U.S. government involved in their life at all. So it wasn't even their choice in what happened.
Thank you, sweetie. Let's focus on...
I'm very upset.
I know.
I'm visibly upset at what's happening.
Well, we can do...
We should, somebody asked people, he said, if there's any college kids or anyone who has a week off, he said he will give them a sign, and they're gonna try to start a fund to actually pay for people to come down to hold a sign at the courthouse in Lahaina and Maui, and hold a sign there for like a week and tell people to give the homes back to the Hawaiians. And if I had the money and time, I would sit there and hold a sign for a week, because they deserve it. This is a horrible thing. Okay.
Thank you, sweetie.
That's very... People need to more than hold a sign. They should be sending groups down there to rebuild the houses. Where are all these church groups that rebuild houses and stuff? That's where they should be going, instead of going to other countries. This is supposedly their own country.
The problem is there aren't a lot of churches that are welcome in Hawaii. So
there are some local churches.
There are some, but there's not that many.
And those places are asking people for money to help rebuild houses right now, and no one's giving it to them. They're giving it to these U.S. celebrities that don't even live there.
Losing.
I'm speaking the truth.
I know, but losing a lot.
Wow.
Okay.
I'm speaking the truth.
I know. Alright, so anyway, we're in the Mirage place, and we're trying to grind up April and Karai.
Sorry, I'm very upset about it. But that's not what I was showing you online.
Mirage.
I got distracted.
Yeah, don't get distracted because we're fighting a boss. Don't get distracted, we're fighting a boss. Fighting a boss, fighting a boss, fighting a boss.
I'm gonna show you is a little person made a fire, and then the fire kept getting bigger and bigger, and the guy was like scared, and the fire was burning, and it was like kind of like the fire looked like it was yelling at it.
Guys and gals who are playing, focus on Toka or Razor first, the wolf, because he releases a poison cloud, and Ground Chuck is just going to keep running into us, so we need to take out the dude with the poison cloud first, or what's going to happen is the weaker enemy is going to end up destroying us. So once he's gone, then we can focus our efforts on Ground Chuck. Ground Chuck has a charge move that does 3 attacks, so you want to wait until he's done charging and then fight him. When you see him charging, you want to stay out of his way as best you can, because he charges 3 times. See? Once he's stopped, then you attack him. Everything has a pattern in this game, just like a classic Ninja Turtles game.
Well, I was gonna show you a few comic people, but
there we go. There we go. Good. Yeah, we need crystals. Okay, so that was kind of a rough start, but it's alright. Alright guys and gals, we're at 78 likes. Let's get those likes up. We're 13 minutes into the stream. I was not here for the first 40 minutes of the last Ninja Turtle stream, but I'm here now, so I'm going to be pushing likes every chance I see like them kind of slacking, so you guys are doing great, but let's get up to 100 likes like as quickly as possible if we can. And there will be a couple Ninja Turtle streams remaining this week. I mean, Ninja Turtles DLC. We're basically, if you're wondering why we're still playing this game, we're trying to unlock all the character skins, which you have to hit level 10. As far as I know, there's no other skins that are unlocked in this game that aren't through survival. But I could be wrong. But I don't think so. So. Okay. 8-bit Battleground. Alright, let's go.
Party, dude!
Whoa! It's okay, Ember, there's a time and a place, and as well as it's okay to bring it up like once or twice, but you don't want to go on a tyrant. So it's okay. Everything in moderation. It's possible to talk about anything on a stream, but you just don't want to make it focus of the entire stream. Little timer. Yeah, probably
okay, you
help.
talked about this for 10 seconds.
About a minute. Anything longer than a minute.
You were no match for me.
Just a minute.
15.
I don't know about that, but... Alright guys, we need pizza. So it looks like we have Raphael from Rise with us. We've got NES Mikey. We've got 2003 Donnie, I think. And I don't know who the other person is. Leonardo might be from 2012. You want to fight back, honey, you might die. Ow. I know, but I'm already seeing flashing colors from the TV. I don't want to look at television as well. 'Cause you got to remember, I've got the stream up, I've got the special program up, and then I've got our chat program up. So there's already so much stuff happening at once for me that I don't want to add any more screens to that. I even have my cell phone off, and I have everything pitch black right now. Oh, very cute.
See? She's a fireball.
Yep.
And then he hugs the fireball and she turns into a ball.
Yeah, that sometimes works with you, but also sometimes you're like, don't touch me.
That's how she is. When he hugs her, she's like, she's even more higher. And then she starts becoming a human the longer he hugs her.
You were no match for me.
No, I'm a normal girl. See, she's like, no. And then she's like, huh? And she becomes a human being.
Okay. So
See,
the fire is to represent her angry temper.
Just to represent women.
Yep. It's pretty accurate.
They have one following it. For men.
Now,
Look at this one. That's a man. Like a monster.
yeah,
What's that?
very monster. Okay.
The woman is a thing of fire and the man is an angry thermal. But for her, she hugs him for a while, and then he she just has to keep hugging. I guess men and women both need hugs.
Men and women both need hugs. I do like hugs. I like hugs from you. No random stranger can come and give me a hug, though. I don't like
Yeah,
hugs.
I don't like it when I say like I like hugs and then somebody I don't know, they're like, well, you said you like hugs. It's like, I like hugs from my husband. That's it.
Just a minute.
That's the only person I like hugs.
And your cat. Where is Zelda? Anyway?
Oh my gosh, Luke, I wanted you to see me downstairs.
In your
I
giant beanbag?
flopped on my beanbag chair and then Zelda started walking all over my back and she laid down on my back.
Aww.
You know, I said, oh, come and see us. And we were on the phone with the
Yeah, I know.
and then you couldn't see us. We were so concerned.
It's also part of the reason I have a lot of stress gave me a headache. So, I mean, yeah.
I'll handle this.
No, it wasn't bad. It was
No. I mean, I do get headaches from stress, you know. Like, you and I deal with stress differently, but it's been very stressful. Alright, guys, we're 11 away from 100 likes. Let's get that up if we can. Thank you very much. Brisk iced tea is a miracle drink.
No, this is what it said that. It says, hug you all day until you feel better. He's sad all day and then she keeps hugging him until he feels happy.
Very interesting. Thank you guys for the super chats. I vaguely saw that. I'll get to them later.
Look at this one, Luke.
Honey, it's too much. Too many screens. Can you please shut that off? Sorry. I told you I have the brightness from the TV, and I've got the 2 computer programs running. So I mean, there's a lot of stuff going on for somebody with a headache. Well, I had the windows open, so it did dissipate a little bit upstairs. But please promise me, you will not spray anything until Sunday. Okay?
I promise.
And preferably like near the end of the night, or very like
I'm pretty sure they're coming on Tuesday.
coming on Tuesday. I thought they came.
12.
Oh, so there would be okay. Yeah, Monday would be better. Then. But I'll find out what the carpet guy says. Like,
Maybe they don't want to come on the 11th because of reasons.
I mean, technically it's.
That should be like a national holiday.
I'm tempted to tell them, oh, you're welcome to come, but we both have the T-virus. See if we get an extension that way.
Yeah, what if we...
I mean, there's so many people in town that are getting it again. It's like, how do they know we don't have it? We've had so many people in our house. I mean, I'm amazed we don't have it. I know.
Tonight I'm supposed to do all that stuff. I don't know what to do.
No, you actually made my head calm down and made me a little bit more calmer.
Oh.
Just by sitting next to me. Like when you're around, I'm calmer. When you're not around, I think a lot. Like the last couple streams, because of everything that was happening, I was just constantly not talking because of all this stuff going on. I feel you.
Well, I will explain the comics that I couldn't show you. There's a girl and her hair is curled and she looks all done up. And he gives her flowers and he's like, she's so pretty. And then like later on, like he's like, now I'm gonna get to know you. And get to know her sleeping next to him. And she's drooling on the pillow. And then he gets up and sees her hair's all messed up and she's brushing her teeth. And then in the next one, like, she's doing something else that doesn't look that pretty and I don't know, like, she's getting sick and he has to put a cold compress on her and, like, she's doing other weird stuff. And
so it's a comic about marriage?
And then at the end he says, you're even more beautiful now than before. And I was thinking,
I've already said that several times, so. I've only seen you done up like a few times in my entire like relationship with you. When you were in the beauty pageant, when you got married, our engagement party, and...
But that's not fair, then I should
Why?
be able to be like that every day, so...
I like you being a natural beauty, though. But I have seen you all, like, done up. It's happened a couple times.
I know, but how could a guy do a gold city when they're
Oh, wait,
so-
that one time we went to that jazz concert you got dolled up, too, in the opera.
But how would you guys be able to do someone's pretty if they're
You don't drool. That I know of.
Well, brushing your teeth first thing in the morning with your hair messed up, you think you're pretty bad.
You just put your hair in a ponytail like you normally do.
I think you're missing the point of the comic. It's supposed to be about inner beauty, you weirdo.
Oh, well, I don't...
Oh my gosh, now you expect me to look all nice. Have my hair done up on brushing my teeth.
No, I'm saying you usually just have your hair in a ponytail. But you don't... I've never seen you with gravity-defying hair, ever. I wake up with gravity-defying hair. I wake up, I look like Goku or Vegeta.
I had to put my hair in a ponytail so it wouldn't look as bad.
No!
That's what I was thinking. I always think you're saying something horrible to me when you're not.
It's because you don't listen to me.
I'm misinterpreting everything you're saying.
Yeah. When I wake up in the morning, I look like the Prince of All Saiyans.
You're not.
I've never seen your hair gravity-defying. Because you put it in a ponytail.
I always wear a ponytail.
You look cute in a ponytail.
If I was doing the medieval thing, I would wear 2 braids on the side of my head, and then I would wear like a cloth, like nun thing, veil over my head.
Somebody needs pizza, I'd grab it.
I was watching this girl that does medieval stuff, and she, like, basically she'd braid her hair, and then she put like this white cap over her braids. Then she puts like this nun cloth on over
Nun
that.
cloth?
Basically, medieval girls in the medieval times, they used to basically look like nuns.
Okay.
Their hair would be completely covered, and because in medieval times, like, number one, I mean, there's probably modesty, but number two, also, like, you couldn't wash your hair all the time. It's gonna get, like, dirt in it and stuff.
You need dirt in your eye.
So you keep your hair covered that way it stays as clean as possible. You keep it braided and covered.
You were no match for
I
me.
mean, a lot of people actually do that with their different cultures and stuff. Put like a wrap around their head. It's like a medieval do-rag, basically.
You just say medieval do-rag?
That's
Oh, no.
what they did. It's the same idea, keeping your hair back. and
Guys,
away.
you chose a bad option. This is a double-edged sword. All right, guys, you're 94 likes. We're 25 minutes into the stream. Let's get those likes up. We're almost there. Keep going. Oh my goodness. Yeah, brisk iced tea is like, you know, back in like Wild West times, they would sell that as a cure-all.
Oh.
I don't know.
I mean, I heard that that's what it did happen. Like a lot of those, like cure-alls have had a little alcohol or something and a little caffeine or something.
Yeah, this has caffeine in it though.
I mean, that's what cough syrup has in it.
Yeah, I don't like this item. So basically this item makes us strong, but also we can't take the hits. So be very careful with this item. Try not to get hit as much. You'll definitely beat up people and you can get through things faster, but at the same time, again, double-edged sword.
Oh, well, it's not helping me at all. I'm the only one about to lose my life. So apparently I'm the one who takes the most hits.
Yeah.
I need to focus.
Oh boy.
Let's go. I need to focus.
For what?
Focus.
Women talk a lot.
Today I thought about making a news show. I just talk about the news I care.
A man's job is to listen to his wife as best he can. Even if I don't understand half the things you're saying, it's important for me to keep a friendly ear open so that you can use it.
I want to know what
I have to be Splinter.
So last night, I don't know if you heard what I said, but I learned about animals last night. I learned about the Tasmanian...
The snow leopards? Okay, the other
The
thing.
Tasmanian devil! Did you know the Tasmanian devil is the largest predator on the island of Tasmania? But guess what? It's the size of a rat/cat. It's It's like a cat rat. It's very small.
A cat rat?
It's like a baby bear and a cat and a rat combined. That's what the Tasmanian devil is. And did you know that a Tasmanian devil has the largest jaw compared to body size of any predator? It's true. And, you know, Taz from, like, Looney Tunes, all of his attributes are really real attributes of Tasmanian devil. Do you know why they're called the Tasmanian devil? Because when explorers first came to that island, they could hear this snarling, weird sound of these things. And they have these really weird snarls that they make. Like, they're these tiny little animals and they make these snarling noises. And they thought that they were devils, but they were these little rat things. I don't know. They basically eat anything. Their jaw is huge compared to... Like, their jaw can open like so wide, and they can eat anything. Like, most animals, like, if they, you know, like, take down prey or whatever, then they just kind of, like, pick apart the thing. Nope, these things eat through bone, everything. They just eat everything. So, that whole thing in Warner Brothers, like, where, you know, WB, cartoons, Looney Tunes, where Tasmanian Devil spins around in a frenzy. Check. That's what they do. They have like this weird frenzy where they get snarly. And then they're super cuddly. They're like, they are super cuddly. The girl doing the documentary was actually holding a Tasmanian devil in her arms like a cat. And it was just sitting there all sweet and cute. But then when it attacks its prey, it gets really snarly and like makes this snarl noise. And actually, Tasmanian devils, actually their front limbs are longer than their back limbs. So they kind of like sit on their hind legs, kind of like how Tasmanian Devil does it in the cartoon, where he just sits there like a puppy. And he does. It is kind of like a puppy. Like it is true. Like the way that they have little doghouse for him in Looney Tunes, that is somewhat accurate because he would be the size of a dog. So yeah, like they're very cute. I want one. Though you can't get them outside of like Tasmania. They're so cute.
Yeah.
So I learned.
This is like when you had that koala phase, and then you found out the koala could kill you, and you were like, probably not a good idea to have a koala.
But she was holding it, very hard by the tail. So, and then she was petting its head, so I was like, huh, what happened if she let go of the tail? I wonder what would happen.
Probably nothing good.
Because I could see she had a very secure grip on its tail. And I was like, it seems to be holding the tail for some reason. Like, not hurting it. But I don't think those little things could do much damage. I mean, they could
No match for
slice through bone, but I mean, that's only on a
Oh my gosh,
animal
Amber.
that they want to eat. I'm sure humans don't taste it.
Alright, let's move on from, because you always do this. You
What?
end up talking about something, and then
Well,
somehow
why?
it ends up becoming violent.
It's not violent. They are little tiny predators, and they're adorable, and they're cuddly.
Right.
They're like cats. Cats are tiny predators that are adorable and cuddly. They're the same thing.
I know, but what I'm saying is there's a pattern with, like, you start talking about something, and then, just like the other day where you were listening to that tribal thing about, like, all that murder and destruction, and you're there humming, doing the dishes. I'm just like, no other wife is like this.
Oh, you mean the wild mountain men that
Yeah, no.
take travelers?
Yeah,
like, in
no.
northern Canada?
No. Don't want to know. I'm supposed. You're making my job as a husband hard because
What?
I'm supposed
cute.
to listen to you, but usually wives talk about their day. Amber talks about her documentary she's listened
And then I
to.
learned that a snow leopard's tail is not like...
There's a snow leopard
It's
again.
not just like a long tail like of other leopards. A snow leopard has a fluffy tail. And did you know that a snow leopard's fluffy tail is so fluffy, it can wrap around them and keep them warm? They use it as a pillow and a blanket. It like expands a lot, and it's like super fluffy. It's like a fur coat they wrap around themselves. Did you know that a snow leopard's tail can be almost the whole length of its body?
Yeah.
So it's like, it has its built-in blanket that it can wrap around itself to keep it warm.
Alright guys and gals, let's keep those likes up. We are 30 minutes into the stream, so let's try to get the likes up to,
Oh, I have another fun fact about snow leopards.
oh no.
Did you know that they're really good at climbing rocky cliffs? Because they are.
Yeah.
They can climb up the cliffs, and you know why they have spots on them? They're white.
Camouflage.
But they have spots, it's to blend in with the rocks and the
That's
snow.
what I said.
So it looks like they're rocks and snow at the same time.
Yeah,
Okay, camouflage, you got that correct.
yes.
Next week I'm going to tell you about the animals I learned, and I'm going to quiz you.
Okay. Why, to see how well I listen? Because you have to remember that I'm different than most guys. ADD makes it hard for me to understand everything you're saying.
I'm going to show you a picture of a Tasmanian devil, and you're going to be like, oh, it's so cute.
I've seen a Tasmanian devil.
They are so cute. They're cute. That's why Taz is based off of them, because they're adorable.
Yeah, but Taz doesn't look adorable.
Yes, he does. He does look adorable.
Hey Goki, can you believe we're still milking this game?
He does look adorable.
Ow. Ugh.
I've just subscribed to 2 or 3 animal fun fact channels. I didn't even know that was a thing on YouTube. But now I do. And I'm going to be learning a fun fact a day about animals.
Okay, honey. Super. Alright guys, time to fight Super Shredder. Let's do it. Hello. Your eyes look nice in the dark.
I will get my revenge.
You kind of glow a little bit more than during the light. I have a question though. You installed a mirror.
It has, well, it looks pretty. I was gonna do it up here, at the entranceway.
Is the reason why you put it up so high is because you don't want to see a reflection in it?
Yeah.
Are you serious? I was like, who puts a mirror way up there? It looks like a nice design, but I'm like, how is that going to help anything?
I bought it. I needed somewhere to put it. Otherwise, I didn't want to put it back in storage.
Okay.
I needed to put it somewhere. I didn't want it downstairs where I was gonna stay.
Okay.
So I just put it way up there at the top.
How did you get command strips or something?
Yeah.
You did get command strips.
When I was at Walmart.
Okay. Because I know we didn't have any more command strips, so I was like...
Yeah. It's weird. I went through like 5 different aisles of Walmart, and then I was like, fine. I was like almost crying in my mind. I was like, I guess I don't know where the command strips are. I guess I'm gonna have to order them online. And then like within 3 seconds, there was this entire like thing right in front of me
command strips.
of command strips.
Wow.
And I was like, thank you, God.
Mm-hmm.
I think I may have been praying, like, please help me find command strips, and then within 3 seconds they were right there. It was like a kiosk in the middle of the aisle. It like just appeared there. Oh, and I got a thing of command strips.
I got him! I beat Super Shredder!
Yay!
We can keep going if you guys want. We can go to the next room.
I put that one up, your Link picture, and I put the coat rack up with the command strips.
Yeah, you did great.
And I also took down the terrible command strips that were stuck on the wall over there, as you noticed.
Yeah.
So it doesn't look like, terrible.
Alright, so we're all gonna get destroyed now, because we went further in.
And I tried to rip the command strip off of there, but it kind of started taking the paint off.
No, please don't.
No, of our thing, our property.
Our property?
This wood bookcase.
Oh.
I started taking a black command strip off of that, and it started taking the paint with it away.
Oh. Yeah, because we can't
So I just
hang...
left it there.
We used to have a beautiful picture of... Maybe we should put that... What happened to that nice picture of New York City we had?
It's right behind you.
We can't really put it up here, though, because the vent is right there, so it, like...
Oh, you
falls.
like pictures of New York City?
We could put it down in the basement, maybe. Like, in the new basement.
I'm pretty sure... I don't know if that picture is that beautiful. It's black and white.
It's a picture of New York City.
So you did like that picture? I thought...
Yes!
I'm pretty sure I got that at Walmart, like, a long time ago.
Doesn't matter. It's a picture of, like, an area of New York City I know.
Really?
Yes! It's
Well, maybe
significant.
I can find a better picture of New York
But
City.
you can't
online.
hang it up here because the moisture from the
Yeah.
vent,
I know.
it only survived.
We can put it somewhere else.
It lasted for like 6 months before it fell on the ground.
We can always put it up there if you want to put...
Yeah, you can take that flower picture downstairs and we can put the New York City picture over there.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't care. I'll take the flower picture.
Yeah, and you can, because you said, and I quote, I'm making the downstairs more girly and, you know, guest friendly. And you have the upstairs and the office to mess around with. And it's like, yeah, totally.
Yeah, you knew that. I didn't want to see my reflection in the mirror.
Of course I was like, I've never seen a mirror that high in my life.
Well, if anyone asks, it's like, it's just supposed to be a decoration.
It's a decoration, yeah. It's like, when I saw it, when I came downstairs this
You knew
I knew.
put that mirror
I knew. I
up there.
chuckled to myself. I'm like, she put that up there.
It looks fine up there. Also, I put it up so high because we might have a bookcase there.
Bookcase.
We might have some kind of organizational thing there. I don't want it to be in the way.
We don't have room for another bookcase there.
Well,
There's no way.
I don't know what...
You could fit a bookcase over there if you got rid of that picture, but we said we're going to put the
Okay.
New York picture there.
Oh, I don't know what we're doing. You make decisions too fast.
Yeah, I do.
It's like I say, you say like, have you ever thought about getting a baby elephant? And then I say, oh, maybe. I mean, that would be kind of cute, I guess. And then you're like, okay, it's coming tomorrow. It's like, I didn't decide that. I said it might be cute. I don't know.
Wait, I've never bought a baby
But
elephant.
that is what you are always like. Whenever you tell me like, well, there's a good place for it. It's like, oh yeah, there is a good place for it. And then you say, okay, I guess it's going there. You said it was going there. It's like, no, I said it would be a good place for it. I never said I agreed to this. I'm gonna have to sign a contract with every single thing you asked me. Oh. Whoops.
Yeah, we're all gonna die. Like that. You can't stop that.
Yeah, but look, I also put it up because there might be organizational stuff there. I don't know.
Yeah, no worries.
Also, I put it up there because
Mikey's body's on the ground.
I don't want to see my face in it
Yeah.
mirror
Why your face is cute?
because it's.
Oh right, no, I know why. I know why. I know why.
Irrational, I guess, but
It's funny though.
I don't think it is irrational because of what I've heard about
No,
stuff.
no, honey, it's weird.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. It really is.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. You are unique though because I've never heard that phobia in my life.
It's not a phobia. It's a real thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's not. No, I mean it's a real thing that happens to people
Uh-huh.
where they get hurt by having a mirror.
Oh, okay. Well, I suppose if the mirror falls on them, then yes.
No, I'm talking about
Nope. Nope.
something else.
Nope. Nope. Oh, we're still going. Deeper in. And hopefully, Karai and company are gonna get, like, more levels. That'd be really cool.
I'm actually kind of concerned about the mirror being there.
Oh, stop.
What?
That's a heck of a fall if somebody tries to come out of that.
Look!
What? I'm just saying. It would not be a good place to teleport out of. You could break your neck.
Luke,
What?
You're making me feel. That's exactly what.
What? It makes you feel better?
I hope so. We should set up a spike trap under the mirror.
Oh my gosh!
In case anyone comes out of it, then they can just step on the spikes, and then we'll see the blood trail and we'll know that they're here.
Wow, Amber.
Then we can leave.
Amber,
What?
dial back the Amberness. Take the little Viking and suppress her. Yeah? A little bit? Okay, you can try. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, so Luke will probably show you in the house tour, but there's a small mirror in our living room now. But it's, like, literally, it's probably 8 feet in the air, so nobody could possibly look into it. Like, you can't really look into it.
Mm-hmm.
It's just there.
It's there.
I thought, well, it can bounce light off of it into the room.
Hmm.
What?
I'll help Amber. What, Alex? Thank you for the super chat, Alex. Don't help with Amber's irrational fears, please.
I don't know if anyone can help me at this point. It's,
Just let her. I mean, you know.
I just need to stop reading
It's
stuff
like
on
up
the
there with
internet.
that famous YouTuber that's afraid of squirrels. Like
They really are.
they
afraid
are
of
really
squirrels.
terrified of squirrels. It's a.
Thank you for the super chat, Alex. You're breathtaking. Thank you.
There's a couple. It was like 10 years ago. I remember like the beauty lady or whatever, beauty vlogger lady was talking about what she's scared of,
Oh,
and it was
wow.
squirrels. And
Disturbing.
everybody laughed at her because it was ridiculous. So, but you know, you do. It, never mind.
What?
I'm not saying anything.
What?
Well,
I use tiny mirrors sometimes if I'm putting on makeup, but I usually do it in my car, and sometimes I have the door open just in case I need to get out.
mm-hmm.
Like, in case I need to leave immediately. And then as soon as I'm done putting on, like, touching up my face or something, then I, like, slam the mirror and slap it back up, like, really quick. And then I read the 23rd Psalm, and then I start going on my drive.
Okay. All right, you guys are almost at 120 likes. Watch your little foot. It's right next to that cup, sweetie.
That's what I should do, get some holy water when I look in the mirror,
Oh,
and then
wow.
splash it on the mirror afterwards. Yes, I'm afraid of mirrors. I'm sorry, but we have one in our house now, because I bought that mirror at a time where I wasn't afraid of mirrors.
They're trying to resurrect me. They can't get to me. This is. We all. I brought everybody back to die on this level.
Whoops.
I brought everyone back just to die.
Any comments?
Oh my gosh.
Any comments?
Ah! No, this is it. We're done. We're gonna die here. This is it.
We might be okay.
No, this Mirage dimension is it. Like, this is gonna be it for us.
Whoops.
I don't see it being impossible.
I died.
Yeah, I mean, who hasn't died? Leonardo's got his
Whoops. Those machines.
We lost Donnie.
It's a party, dude.
We lost Donnie.
Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
One will fall every time.
R.I.P.
Let's go.
R.I.P. Donnie.
Mirror, mirror on the wall.
That's why the mirrors are evil. Why do you think she talks into one? That just further proves my point. Huh.
Whoops. Hello. I think this is the farthest we've gotten, like, in the survival thing. I don't know, though. Pretty interesting. You guys are almost at 120 likes. Keep it up. Also, guys and gals, we ran out of shorts, so if you're able to help with some shorts, that would be great. Because I have a nasty headache. I can't. Last night, the reason why I wasn't able to edit the Starfield Episode 3 for tomorrow, or whatever, is because I was up all night trying to find a short. But the reason why I have a headache is because Vamper. So.
That's fine.
We're still alive. What is it, Sweet Pea? Yeah, it's 10 o'clock. This is normally your bedtime. Unless VG Shine's stream is happening. Which VG Shine, yeah, his stream is on the 10th. So more of a, I want to say the Darkling, but...
But you forgot the... J-Cats is on the 8th or something.
But tonight?
What's the 8th?
8th is not tonight. Today's the 6th.
I know. Sorry, I was just saying you said somebody's on the 10th. I was like, well, before that is J-Cats.
Yeah, and the 9th is, what's his name? James.
Oh.
The 9th is James. Take a goodie, Luke? What does that mean?
I don't know.
I get a goodie? Goki? What? No! I don't know what it means. I get a goodie bag?
Maybe one of the portals we looked in was a goodie one.
Oh, is Goki playing with us? Oh, darn it. I hate the Mirage dimension so much because I always fall in pit holes. No! Ah!
Whoops. Oh, Mikey's AFK.
I'm gonna fall. I'm gonna fall! It's over! Goodbye, cruel world!
Or R.I.P.
Karai has fallen. Karai has fallen.
Oh no.
I am dead.
Oh no.
Goody is a headache medicine? Oh.
I didn't know that.
Goody? Never heard of it.
Where should we go?
I'm dead. You do whatever you want.
So once you die, you don't give any advice on what we should do anymore?
No, I'm dead. I'm in the spirit realm now. I'm hanging out with Gohan. Oh, by the way, I finally saw the end of Dragon Ball. And the wedding arc is actually pretty long. It's like 10 episodes long. With Chi-Chi and Goku, and they were going on an adventure together. It was actually pretty cool. I kind of wish that type of tone ended up being in Dragon Ball Z in the first season, because like Chi-Chi and Goku's adventures was adorable and fun. It almost made me like them better as a couple before they got married. But I'm still a Videl and Gohan person, but they basically, Videl and Gohan had a longer arc and longer stuff together, but Chi-Chi and Goku, for what they showed, was... Toriyama did a great job with that. Well, Marriage is an adventure. Yeah, that's true. Who's left? Amber and Raph.
Oh my gosh.
You can do it, Amber!
This is not working the way I
What? I was cheering you on. How was I supposed to know he's gonna smack you in the face with a plunger? That's just rude. Good job, Amber. I love that reaction, though. Oh, they needed to show them all beat up. They needed to show them all beat up for this section. That would have been funny. Like, have them, like, with sling and bandages all over them.
Sorry, Raph.
It's the same picture.
Enjoy. Enjoy! Don't they look delicious? So what do you want me to do now?
Well, let's see how many levels we went up. I went up to level 5. Amber went up to level 5. I got up to level 6. You got April up to level 6. And that's about as far as we went. Wow. Pretty cool.
So are you gonna... Oh, never mind.
Well,
now you have those things. You have your guy stuff in your office.
I'm gonna miss you, though.
I hope that you actually use your office now.
Yeah, I'm gonna use it more because that new equipment that I'm gonna be getting is gonna be going up there. Probably.
Okay. Okay.
Alright. Call that a true ending game? I don't know. But, yeah, so we went up
I guess I could try it one more time and then I
No,
go to
you
sleep.
go to sleep, honey. It's already 10 o'clock.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm fine.
But you said you missed me when I'm not here.
You were here. You're tired.
I was here.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
I don't know.
I talked about stuff.
You always talk about weird stuff, Amber. Name one time you don't.
I'm just...
Regular. I have no idea. I don't know. I don't know where any of these are from.
Well, I don't
Super
know.
Nintendo? Don't know. NES? Game Boy. What
Oh,
is that?
You leveled up Karai with more levels.
What is that? That's Super Nintendo. That I don't know. That I don't know. That's NES. That's Game Boy. So, regular Karai, maybe that's 2003? Or maybe that's 2000. Actually, what did Karai look like in 2003? Karai.
Honestly, don't know.
I think Karai had a... No, she wore all black. She wore all black with a red sash, so that would be... That's NES, that's Game Boy. Her one for this game, don't know. That would be 2003, or that's 2003. She had gray... What did she look like in 2012?
I don't know.
I'm gonna say that this one coming up, that is not... That's 2003. I don't know what that one is. I know that's Super Nintendo. Don't know that one.
Oh.
That's another Game Boy. That's NES. That's another Game Boy. Or that was Mirage. You did try. You did great.
I didn't use Zelda or medicine last night.
The brown one before that is Tournament Fighters? Are you positive? So you're saying that this is her regular.
The true leader of the foot.
You're saying this is Tournament Fighters? And then this would be 2003? Or this is 2003? The Super Nintendo one is this one, with the brown hair. But you're saying this is another Super Nintendo one? Because that's Tournament Fighter Karai right there. Black one is considered 2003 Karai? Yeah, this one here is Super Nintendo. I don't know what this one is. And then that is Mirage Comics, I guess. And then that would be NES. NES Tournament Fighters, maybe. Game Boy. And then it goes back to regular Karai. Or this game's version of Karai. That maybe is 90s comic Karai. And then this would be 2003. So who's this with the blue? Would that be 2012? And then this would be Rise? You think the blue is also 2003? Then what's the black? 2012? She has a silver top. I would say this is 2012. Yep. The reason why I say this one is 2012 is because her complexion is paler than the other Karais. This is either 2003. This might be 2007 Karai. This might be the Karai from the movie. Hang on. Karai game, Karai comic book, 1990s. First appearance, brown and red. She almost looks like Elektra. I know that. Then you've got Karai 2003. I think this is Karai from the 2007 movie. And then this is Karai from 2012 because she has a paler expression, paler face. And then this would be Super Nintendo Karai, Tournament Fighters. I don't know what this one is. That would be Mirage Comics, NES Karai, and Game Boy. I don't know where Zelda is.
Oh my god!
So you're saying that there are two Tournament Fighter Karais? We've got regular and alt? Is that what's going on? These two? SNES Karai. Yeah, the Electric Karai is from the comics. Because she looked like, her first appearance, she basically looked like a carbon copy of Elektra. She wore a red bodysuit with, like, brown accessories. And she had a red, like, bandana around her head. She literally looked like Elektra. And then Karai changed her appearance over time. I know that. Because I was looking up pictures of Karai, and I'm like, why do they have a picture of Elektra here? And it's like, that's Karai? Okay.
What are we waiting for? Turtles, let's get our shells and gear.
Thank you for giving
Mondo Notion, dude.
This is April
Alright, I'm getting kind of fascinated with this now. So you're saying that the other Karai is from where? Sega Genesis? Yeah, the paler version of Karai is 2012 because the reason why it's 2012 Karai is Karai had a paler complexion and she also turned into a mutant. She turned into a snake-like creature that also had a pale complexion. Out of all the Karais that are here, right? Out of all the Karais,
look at their face, okay? Now go to the 2012 one. Notice how her face is paler than everybody else. Also, Karai from 2012 has silver top, silver armor. This is the only Karai outside of the, you know, the one from the Super Nintendo that she had like kind of like a silver chest top. This is Super Nintendo Karai because Super Nintendo Karai had brown hair because of a color palette. I don't know who this is. I want to know who this one is. Second player tournament fighters is this one, is what you're saying. Because there hasn't been that many appearances of Karai. Karai is a character that has, you know, really gotten more popular since 2003. But she hasn't had that many appearances. Okay, so there's two tournament fighters. Tournament fighters. Mirage Comics. NES. So, okay, yeah, there we go. So, Karai regular. Karai Comics, first appearance. Karai 2003. And Karai 2007, I think. Karai 2012. Karai Super Nintendo. Karai Super Nintendo. Karai Mirage. Karai NES. Karai Game Boy. So I'm playing as Super Nintendo default, which is this one. She was in the Genesis one? I don't remember that. So, what is the other Karai 2003 as well, or is that 2007 Karai? She was hard to get to in the Genesis. I never got to her in the Genesis. I didn't, like, I beat Tournament Fighters on the Super Nintendo, but I never beat it on the Genesis. The Genesis one was really tough. And it felt like a completely different game, too. Like, the turtles were in space, whereas Tournament Fighters on the Super Nintendo, they were on Earth. Competing in, like, a tournament for Vern, or whatever. Vern and the Rat King. '03 Karai is peak. She had the most character development. 2012 Karai is second. Because they, you know, actually had her join up with Master Splinter at one point. They kind of made her more of an anti-hero, a good guy. Karai 2003 goes through a lot of different phases. She goes through, you know, henchwoman, then sidekick, then partner, then she becomes the Shredder, then she abandons the Shredder, and then it leads into where she is at the end of the series, which kind of is similar to how Karai appeared in the 2007 movie, and then they rebooted Karai. I liked how she was in the 2007 movie, actually. I thought she was really cool in that. I like that they made her Hamato Yoshi's daughter in the 2012 series. Because I don't know if she was ever related to Hamato Yoshi before or not. Maybe she was, I don't know. I'm not a big Karai person, so... I know very little about Karai and Venus. I know more about Mona Lisa than I do Karai or some of the other people. But from what I watched of Karai, I thought she was a really interesting character. Yeah, I agree. The 2007 movie was heavily based after the rivalry of the two brothers and their clashing of styles. Like, Raphael didn't want to be a little soldier anymore, and Leonardo left the team, and basically Raph had to keep everything going, and then when Leonardo came back, they had to step back in line. And I love that line, like, you don't want to do this, Raph, I'm better than you. And then Raph kicks his butt, breaks his katanas. I actually remember cheering in the theater because I was like, I was a big Raphael person, so to see Raph beat Leo, I was like, yo! And he did it in such like a very symbolic way too. He broke his katanas, like basically saying, I'm not gonna follow your leadership anymore. Like that was a very like image-based fight, you know? It's like two types of personalities fighting each other, and like the second in command and the first command. It'd be like the blue and the green ranger fighting, and you know, it was really cool. And the cinematography for a 3D film too, like that fight scene on the roof was really awesome. The rest of the movie was weird. The whole like stone or immortal army thing was I kind of wish the movie would just kept to that same stuff about like Leo returning to his family and stuff, and not really diving into that whole was it Patrick Stewart who was in it? Who was the bad guy? Was it Picard? Or was it another famous actor? It was Picard? Nice! Patrick Stewart. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. Way to go, Memory, even with a headache. Yo! I'm on fire. Yeah, Patrick Stewart's villain was weird in that movie. But they definitely set up a sequel. Like, they had a sequel they could have done. Because that movie felt like it was the start of something that was going to happen, and then everything got rebooted. Bow before Karai. Bow before Karai. Whoop. Shredder. So how many versions of Karai is she the daughter of Hamato Yoshi? Is that a comic arc or no? Hey TMNT Raph, how's it going? No, it was just a 2012 thing? Okay. So in some versions of Ninja Turtles, she is literally Shredder's biological daughter. And other times, she's his adopted daughter. Okay. So they take a lot of free liberties with every Karai. Was Karai in Rise? Or was Karai coming to Rise? Or was Cassandra basically Karai? Kinda was in Rise? Okay. What did she wear in Rise? What was Karai's color scheme? She's full black? She wears all black? Okay. She wore green and brown.
I need to focus. Here's our chance.
Let's strike.
I need to focus. Dynamite strike.
Hmm.
I'll handle this. I need to focus.
Whoops.
Here's our chance. I need to focus.
I need to focus. I need to focus. Yeah.
I need to focus.
Nice job, team.
You were no match for me.
Her outfit in Rise is green. Okay, so we don't have a Rise Karai in this unless unless they unlock it later. My question, if Karai didn't have a Playmate toy, what are they gonna do for that? Are they just not gonna give her one for this? Because every character outside of Karai had a toy from the 87 line. Even Usagi had a toy. I remember the rabbit having a toy. Karai had a 2003 figure and a 2012, but I don't think she had an 87 one. I could be wrong, but I don't think so.
You were no match for me.
Bow before Karai. And her awesome ninja skills.
Deep breath.
Yeah, that line of action figures for Ninja Turtles is awesome. I agree. I wish I could have some of those. Boop, 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 boop.
Have a shot. You were no match for me.
So I think this is supposed to be Super Nintendo Karai. Looks like her. Whoa. What line of Ninja Turtle figures? I believe they're called the NECA. They have some really cool ones for the 1987 Turtles cartoon, as well as they have some beautiful like 90s movie Turtles, which I would love to have in my collection. Those are very detailed, nice-looking figures. They look like Hot Toys, but not, because they're, you know, not as expensive, obviously. They're really well done, really well made. So, if I could, I would have the 87 Turtles line, all four of them, and then I would get the 4 movie Turtles from 1990. Like, those are like be perfect. I don't know where I'd put them, but I would want them.
Bow before me.
Do I collect figures? I used to. I have, the only recent figures that I got was I got the Flash figures for Keaton and Affleck because I thought they were going to go up in price, and I did end up paying a lot for the Ben Affleck Batman figure. And I paid $50 for the Keaton figure from McFarlane because they were going up in price, like, right around the time the movie came out. They were getting price gouged. Now, they're dropping in price because the movie bombed, but... Which, in reality, you think because the movie did so bad that a lot of the merchandise, which is going to be pulled off the store shelves pretty quickly, would be, you know, higher in value, so... I have a couple Flash t-shirts, and I have a... by Flash t-shirts, I mean they're Keaton shirts, but... And I've got a really cool Keaton poster that I'm going to put up eventually. Because I did like Keaton in the movie. I thought he did great. But I could not stand Ben's Batman suit. It looks terrible. His last Batman suit is stupid. Did not like it. Ben is the only Batman actor to have multiple bat suits. He's the only Batman actor to appear in, like, 7 suits, I think it was. Flash movie was very underwhelming. I mean, at least Michael Keaton doesn't have to say that he has the worst performing, superhero movie, because Blue Beetle took that award from him. So, I mean, at least, like, Michael's reputation isn't going to be, like, hit too bad. But he'll never come back as Batman after that movie flopped, so any chance that we get to seeing Michael Keaton do anything like Batman Beyond is over. My guess is we'll see Batman Beyond with Ben Affleck in 20 years. Maybe. There's no way Keaton's gonna do it. Clooney probably would do it, but we don't want Clooney. You want either Bale or Affleck at this point. And Bale won't do it. Ben would probably do it, but Ben's still too young. He couldn't pull off an old Batman. Like, 80-year-old Batman, I mean. Hi, Naomi. How you doing? Your son calming down? Yeah, Michael Keaton won't come back to superhero films. Watch. Watch. He doesn't like being associated with flops. He enjoyed working on the movie, but I don't see him coming back now. Even on an Elseworld story, I don't see it happening. If The Flash did well, and when I mean well, I mean if it made like 600 million, like maybe, which they would have just broke even, then maybe Michael Keaton would probably do an Elseworlds movie. But the fact that the movie did, I think it did under 300 million worldwide. I think it was like 280, something like that. Not counting, digital sales, which digital sales aren't that great. So, I mean, yeah, it wasn't very good. But Blue Beetle did worse. And I think Aquaman's going to do even worse. Especially because they kept Amber Heard in it, so... I don't know. I think people freaking out because Blue Beetle did so badly, it's like Aquaman's going to say, hold my beer. I don't think it's going to do very well. Yeah, I know there's a McFarlane Batman collection figure, Clayton. I would like that. They have all the movie Batmans in one thing, but the thing is, like, I already have most of the movie Batmen that are in that collection. What I don't have is Val Kilmer or, like, Keaton's classic non-Flash costume. But I really don't want an action figure of George Clooney. I would love a Bale figure from the McFarlane line, but if I bought that collection, I'd also be getting Val Kilmer, which wouldn't be a problem, but I would be having a George Clooney figure in my house. Cursed object. I can't do it. I don't want to do it. Okay, sweetie. Try to rest, honey. Oh my god. It sold out quick. You're talking about the Amazon thing with all the movie Batman? Yeah, I bet it did. But like I said, I have individual figures from the McFarlane line for Keaton and Affleck, but I don't know if there was a 1989 non-Flash movie Batman figure. Or Bale. If there is, I will probably get them. But I really don't... George Clooney's not my favorite Batman. I don't... I don't want him in my house. I don't even have a George Clooney poster. I do not have a poster of Batman and Robin. Even as a kid, when I saw Batman and Robin in theaters, My parents took me to the toy store and they're like, "Are you going to pick out a new Batman figure?" And I said, "Yep." And I walked into the toy line where there was animated series figures. And I got like 2 brand new animated series figures. And my dad's like, "Don't you want to get a toy based on the new movie?" And I said, "No. I'm good." Because my dad said, after the premiere of the movie or whatever, when we went, that he would get me 2 action figures. Any Batman action figures I wanted from the movie. So I got Batman animated series figures. I got like 2 or 3 of them because they were on sale. I never, ever, ever got the movie poster. Or the, the only thing of George Clooney as Batman that I own is I picked up Batman and Robin on PlayStation at a garage sale. That's it. And I have the movie as part of an anthology collection, but I don't even own Batman and Robin digitally. Like, it came packaged with the Batman anthology, like, DVD set. And that's the only copy I have of Batman and Robin. Even as a kid, I knew that there was something wrong with Batman and Robin. I'm so bad. I'm what people would say, based. Oh, that's funny. I mean, I don't know, Clayton. I mean, if I'm getting a conspiracy territory, I mean, if I'm just speaking, like, off the record, because I'm not on my DC channel right now, it's a little weird that I remember DC executives being fired after 1 or 2 flops. And James Gunn has now been associated with his presidency, or whatever position you want to call it. He's had 5 or 6 flops in less than a year on his belt. And I remember WB during the Warner Media years exchanging executives like playing cards for 1 or 2 movie failures. And we're talking like huge, not... And when I mean big failure, I mean it only made like 500 million. Like, most of these movies that have come out have been below 500 million, which is still terrible. But I mean, something's... Either they can't get a really big person at Warner Brothers to work for them right now, like Nolan is done with them. Zack Snyder is done with them. James Gunn's all they have. I don't think any major director really wants to work with DC in the sense that, you know, like during the Nolan years, or I don't even think Bryan Singer would do it. And people were pretty harsh on Superman Returns, which was kind of a mediocre, fun Superman movie. But, you know, I think that DC is really scrambling for talent. But I'm just letting people know that they used to fire executives so quickly for just 1 or 2 flops. And James has had 4 or 5. So, I mean, it feels weird. And I know technically he hasn't made his reboot yet, but he still could have found a way of making these movies better before they released. And it's like he like put them in front of the firing squad, and, you know, he made matters worse too when, as soon as he became president, he did the whole Henry Cavill thing, said he wasn't bringing Henry Cavill back. And, you know, especially after the whole Rock thing, it's been a big, long year disaster for Warner Brothers. The only thing that Warner Brothers had going for it this year is 2 things. Hogwarts Legacy and Barbie were the only things that did better than what they were projected as doing. Everything else bombed. Aquaman is going to sink. I guarantee it. I do not see Aquaman doing well. I just don't. I think a lot of the, the general audience, it's not superhero fatigue. It's the idea for DC audiences right now that why do I need to go see all these individual movies that don't even matter? Like, all these actors that I'm going to support, they're not coming back. Why go? If James Gunn was smart, what I would have done, if I did my own thing, I would have moved every single movie that was in development and getting ready to release, and I would have put it as part of the DC Elseworlds line. And then when people would have asked me, like, well, this is part of DC Elseworlds, does that mean these actors could come back in other Elseworlds projects? Be like, I don't know. I mean, it's an Elseworlds movie, so we expect high quality for our Elseworlds films, and, we love working with the actors that we're with, like Joker and, like, Matt Reeves. I would have stuck all, like, the Blue Beetle, all those movies under the Elseworlds label, instead of, like, the old DCEU thing, and left the possibility open to the public that their favorite actors could come back in Elseworlds capacity, instead of just literally firing everybody and dividing fan bases more than Marvel vs. DC wars. That's what I would have done. Does it mean I would have brought those actors back? No. But there was a possibility that it could happen. Like, James Gunn didn't leave a possibility open for anything. He just came in. It's like a kid playing with blocks in grade school or kindergarten. And you're building this huge tower, and all these different people are working on it, and they're so excited. And in comes James Gunn, and he just knocks the tower over and just walks away. That's basically what he did to DC Films. He just came in, said what he's doing. He's going to build an even bigger tower than the kid next to him. And to show that he's better than everybody else, he's going to knock the tower down. That's it. I'm cooler than you. I'm going to knock this down. What? So, that's just my 2 cents. But usually what divides DC and Marvel fans, they're always fighting each other about, stuff. And basically what happened with James Gunn is you have DC fans cannibalizing each other over the Zack Snyder universe or James Gunn's supposed, big universe. And, it's really terrible to watch something like that happen, I guess, But, because, I mean, the Warner executives is who have divided the fans more than anybody else. And, of course, some of the blame is with the writers for those movies as well as in the TV shows. Like, Gotham Knights really divided Batman fans, like, big time. Like, hardly anybody watched it, but, like, it just was taking the lore and just basically taking a dump all over it. And, like, not even utilizing characters that people cared about. And just, like, the ones that they did bring back, they just wanted to, completely ruin. And then then they did this thing where they're trying to get their show to be saved, and it's like, no. You want to save the show, hire better writers. Hire people that are actually fans of the property, because that's what Disney did originally for their Star Wars stuff. But Warner Brothers didn't do that. Like, that was the biggest thing I think Warner Media did wrong. Even though I don't like a lot of what James Gunn is, I do acknowledge him as a fan of DC Comics. Like, he's got the knowledge, he's got the understanding of it. And Christopher Nolan was not a comic book kid. Christopher Nolan grew up with the Batman Adam West show and was enthralled by the Frank Miller Batman comics. Did he really watch the animated series? No. Did he know of the animated series? Yes. But he grew up with a completely different type of Batman, and he made a very serious thing based on, some stuff. His brother was a huge fan of the comics, though. His brother David. I think it's David Nolan. I don't remember. Whatever his brother's name is. David Goyer or something like that. I don't know. He's a big fan of, like, 70s Batman books. He's familiar with the animated series. He incorporated signature stories from, like, the Neil Adams, Denny O'Neil run of Batman comics, like The Man Who Falls and stuff like that. So, I mean, he really understood the type of detective Batman they were looking at, with the Bale Batman. But Nolan was a great cinematic guy. and storyteller, but he didn't really, outside of Adam West and maybe Keaton and the Frank Miller stuff, because everybody in the 80s knew about Frank Miller books. That's what everybody uses as their like go-to Bible for everything dark. Everything Frank Miller.
You were no match for me.
But some of these other people who've been making Batman stuff, they don't really get the character and they don't care. So, but Matt Reeves also was a fan, so, which even though the movie didn't make $1 billion, I would say the movie was still successful because people want to see a sequel. And you have to remember that Batman Begins did not do amazing. It was The Dark Knight and The Dark Knight Rises that made $1 billion. Like, those movies were the ones in the $1 billion territory. I think Batman Begins was around 700 or 600 million worldwide. It was a good movie, and it set the tone for the trilogy, so I would say the same thing happened with Matt Reeves' Batman. Like, it was a good movie, and, you know, as long as the trilogy transcends it, it'll be fine. Like, but I think we're kind of getting out of the territory where these Marvel films outside of Spider-Man are going to make $1 billion. I don't see that happening anymore. Fans are tired and restless, and they're adapting a lot of storylines that fans of the comics don't really care about, and it's making them less money. It doesn't have to do with superhero fatigue. It has to do with the storytelling and the things that they're trying to input into the movies that people just don't care about. Like, that was my problem with Kevin Feige utilized pretty much all the famous Marvel storylines of the past, like, probably 30 years. They did the Thanos arc. They did, technically, the War of the Gems they already did. That was Thanos. War of the Gems was like this huge 90s thing. They even made a video game about it. I still have it on the Super Nintendo. So it was a very, very famous Marvel arc. Then you had Civil War, which they briefly did in one movie. They should have probably... Civil War should have lasted for several films. It only happened in Captain America Civil War. That was a much larger arc for Marvel. They could have milked that for at least 4 movies. Made it like a very big, compelling thing. You know, but they didn't. That was a huge Marvel story they could have done. They still haven't done Avengers vs. X-Men. That's big. What else haven't they done? They did... They're doing kind of the Skrull thing right now, which is their only other really big arc left, and then it goes to, like, Civil War 2, and, you know, you have to establish the X-Men for the weird, like, Phoenix thing with the Avengers, and Cyclops versus Cap and stuff like that, but there's not a lot of, like, really big mainstream storylines that they haven't already done with Marvel. So they're going to start to run into problems, because if they start bringing elements from the comic books, which aren't very successful right now, and those storylines, that'll be the final nail in Marvel, because people just don't care to buy those. Same thing with DC. DC, they've already kind of exhausted a lot of their really big story potentials by, like, mashing them all into one movie. You know, Zack Snyder even did it. He combined, like, I think it was like 4 different story arcs in, like, BVS, and then 4 different story arcs, or 5 story arcs in Justice League Snyder Cut. And what they were supposed to do is, like, you know, let those stories breathe a little bit, because you could continue to milk it. That's what happened with Justice League the Animated Series. Justice League the Animated Series had, like, mini arcs based on, like, 1 or 2 comic book storylines that were very famous. And that's why they were successful, as the storytelling. They didn't just, like, have, like, one brief, like, comic book storyline that was so famous just be, like, one 20-minute episode. They expanded over the course of, like, a 3-part episode, or there would be parts of the plot that would carry over to other episodes. Like, everything would feel like it was all connected and all part of, like, a big, grander story. It wasn't just, like, easily, you know, contained to just one 20-minute thing. Dwayne McDuffie was a genius in that regard. You know, we lost him way too soon. You know, some Earth somewhere, Dwayne got to be, like, the head of DC and did amazing things, and DC fans ate so well on some other Earth that I'm very jealous of, because that man was a rising star, and we just lost him way too soon. That's my personal opinion. That guy could write. Not only could he write, but he understood the characters that he was writing about. He made those godlike DC superheroes appear human. with like human problems. You almost Marvel-fied them in a way, but kept them DC. Oops. Party code enabled? What'd I do? Oh well. But anyway, we're playing Ninja Turtles. We don't want to talk about Batman.
This always happens, doesn't it? This always happens.
Oh, did I pick my Karai already? Did I pick Karai?
Meet the true leader of the foot.
Well, what are we waiting for?
I'm gonna be Elektra. Oh, you're fine. Don't worry about it, guys.
Turtles, let's
I mean, everybody always asks me Batman stuff. It's what my other channel is known for. I'm gonna have to get around to making Batman content again, but if I do, and I make something leak-worthy, then I'm gonna have, like, James Gunn and other people be like, "That's not true!
Reporting live.
Only James Gunn knows what's going on."
let's bust some crime.
It's like, yeah, that's probably true. But does he at this point? At this point, with the way that James Gunn has been running DC into the ground, I see James Gunn in his office with, like, a giant dartboard, and he's like the previous DC executives, just, like, throwing stuff at a giant bullseye and hoping something sticks. But I feel terrible for all the movies that released this year that did so poorly. Like, I feel as an executive and as, like, whatever, he could have done a better job at, like, supporting that stuff. It's very convenient that they're using things like the strike and other things to say that's the reason why Flash and Blue Beetle failed. It's like, they could have done things outside of, you know, public appearances and stuff like that to help promote the movie, you know, and they really didn't do anything for it. Like, either of them. Like, both of them, I would say that the failure of The Flash and Blue Beetle is not on the people who made the movies necessarily. It's also on the studio for not really supporting it at all and just using, oh, the writers and actor strike is the reason. It's like, that's just a lazy way of doing that. Because there's other types of media that they could have used and other things they could have done. That's just my 2 cents. Comic Karai. Comic Karai. Before we start, I want to look up some other Karais, if you guys don't mind. Somebody was saying something about Sega Genesis Karai, so I want to see what that looks like. Karai, Sega Genesis. Dun, 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 dun. What? That's what she looked like? She did not. She looks like, Huh? She looks like a samurai. That's weird. Oh, wow. I think I had it wrong. I think that Karai... how do I do... Where's B? No, she has the brown... Wait a sec. That is a Super Nintendo Karai. This one. Yellow. Pinkish purple bodysuit with a yellow... Really? That's her that can't be her default. Oh, wait. This is not... I don't know what this is. They did something wrong. This is correct. This is Super Nintendo. I don't know what this is now, because I'm looking at the Super Nintendo Alt. Super Nintendo Alt is blue with yellow. Blue with yellow. So it would be like this, but instead of seeing a purple bodysuit, it's supposed to be like light blue. So this one's a mystery now. I don't know who this is. I don't know. This is Super Nintendo. That's comic book. That's NES. That's Game Boy. Regular Karai for this game. First appearance, Electra ripoff. 2003? 2007, maybe? 2012? What does she look like in Rise? You could make the argument that this is Genesis right here. You could say this might be Genesis Karai. Maybe. Because Genesis Karai has a purple top and a silver outline, like a silver vest, and she has brown hair. And this picture here, it looks like she has kind of brown, reddish hair, silver vest, and a purple bodysuit. So I think this is Genesis. I think I had them messed up. I'm pretty sure this is Genesis. This is Super Nintendo for sure. This is Genesis. It can't be... This is Super Nintendo. Because I've seen the pictures now. Purple bodysuit, yellow chest. This is her default with the darker hair. The lighter hair is in the Genesis one. She doesn't look like she has black or blue hair. She's wearing purple and silver. So based on the way the character looks, I'm going to say that is Genesis. This is Genesis, Super Nintendo. Mirage Comics, NES, Game Boy, default, Electra ripoff, so first appearance comics, 2003. What is this? Either this is 2000 movie, 2007 movie, or something else, because this is, that's 2012 based on the complexion. She's much paler. All the other Karais have a different, like, skin, they have a, you know, more, we'll say, healthy-looking skin. And Karai in 2012 looked kind of sickly. And also, when she turned into a snake lady, she definitely looked like more like porcelain-like appearance. This is like Karai with a tan or something. So this has to be 2012. Then it goes Genesis. Then it goes Super Nintendo. And then all the other ones. So, I don't know what this Karai is. It doesn't look like Rise, and it doesn't... It could be another variation of 2003, maybe. 2003 all black, 2003 silver and blue. But I'm going to be this Karai. This is Super Nintendo. So I'm changing that to Genesis Karai time code, because that wasn't correct. Genesis Karai. Genesis Dark. SEGA Dark. And this would be 142. This is SNES Karai. Yeah. Alright, let's go. Did she appear in the original 90s series? No. Wait. Did Karai ever appear in the 87 show? I don't think so. TMNT show. Huh? No, she did not. Not technically. There is a character who Leonardo fought in the 1987 series who's definitely, it looks like she's based on Karai, but her name was Lotus Blossom. Interesting. So, yeah, I don't know who the blue vest... I want to say the blue vest is 2003, so then who's the all black? Is that a reference to Lotus Blossom, who wore all black?
Any comments?
Because Karai's 2003 costume was not all black. It had blue in it. In fact, I have a Karai's outfit on the thumbnail. She has kind of like a bluish silver vest.
No match for me.
Black, black bodysuit with a blue/silverish top. Like the ninja gi thing or whatever she wears. And then she has silver boots and silver armbands. So... The reason why I'm trying to figure it out is because I'm making a video, like, showing, like, all the skins and saying where they came from, so... That's why I'm kind of talking to myself and talking to the chat as well, is because I'm literally making notes for the video I'm making. Crap. No! I did not rage quit. I did not rage quit. It is not. The 2003 outfit is not all black. Incorrect. It's got blue accents to it. Regular. First appearance. That's 2003 right there. And then that's 2012. That's Genesis, Super Nintendo, Mirage, NES, Game Boy. So then, what is the all black from? That is 03 Karai right there. And we already know there's a Genesis skin in this game because Casey Jones has his Genesis skin. So this Karai has both Super Nintendo skins. That's Genesis. That's Super Nintendo. NES. Game Boy. I don't know who all the all black maybe is the 2007 movie, but that's definitely the one you just saw with the blue vest and the silver gauntlets. That's 03. The only difference is if you look at the 03 picture, is the blue is darker tint. Almost looks black, but it is not. Her bodysuit is always black. That's her first appearance. I don't know what that is. Maybe a movie look. That's 03. So where's the other one from?
Select your hero.
Maybe it's a reference to... Yeah, I'm going to say it's a reference to the 2007 movie, because I'm looking at her costume. It's all black in 2007. All black. What did she look like in Rise? Rise. She wears green in Rise. She looks like Rey almost in Rise. Okay. Alright, 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 alright. Yeah, that's 03. I don't know what that is. I'm gonna say 07. But why would they be out of order like that? First appearance, 07, 03, 2012, Genesis, Super Nintendo, Mirage, NES, Game Boy. Oh well. I'm gonna do one stream with Karai in arcade mode. I don't know what day I'm doing that though. Probably Friday. I'm gonna go through arcade one more time.
What are we waiting for?
Oh wait, didn't I already do Karai? Wait, give me a sec. Did I did Karai.
Let's get our shells in
So I need to go through as Usagi. Wait, no. Yeah, I went through as Karai because we had that crazy Usagi player with us. So I already did arcade with Karai. I have to do it with Usagi. Alright guys, this is going to be the last run.
Honor
So let's see how. Hopefully we get pretty far. And I'm playing a Super Nintendo Karai. Da-da-dun-dun-dun-dun. Interesting. Was there any other Karai that I don't know of? Bum 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 bum. I will say this Karai in the Sega Genesis looks really weird. Like, at least the Karai on the Super Nintendo looks like Karai. Kind of. Kind of. We are definitely running late on Starfield, but what else is new? What else is new? Be wrapping this up. Go to 11:45. So this is our last run. However far we get is how we get. Last run. Alright guys, let's see how far we get. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. Whoop. 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 Wish I could pick the developer's brain about it, though.
Deep breath.
Oh,
Just a minute.
just a minute. Deep breath. Just a minute. What? Go, Super Nintendo Karai. Yeah. Cool beans.
Focus. You were no match.
Do 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 do. Da 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 da. Whoop. Bloop. Nice look for Usagi. Very nice, very clean. Whoops. Do not like. So Karai, we got up to level 7 with tonight, almost level 8. Oof. Having some problem in the game. Ah! I say that as I fall to my death. I think one of the coolest things about Karai in this game, though, is the fact that she's utilizing her moveset from Tournament Fighter Super Nintendo. She's not using her moves from the Genesis. Genesis, she plays completely different. She's like a samurai. Her moveset is pretty similar to that one girl, Asuka from Tournament Fighter. Although technically April's moveset is basically Asuka from Tournament Fighter 2, so... Yeah, you're no match for us. Booyah. Ding. How quickly can we get through this run? I don't know. What happened? Hmm? Batter up. What happened? We're doing a run. We're finishing, or yeah, doing a run. Haha! You think the all black is based on a Karai action figure? Interesting. Yeah, because the blue vest is definitely Karai from 03.
Deep breath.
You were no match for me.
We'll figure it out. We always do. Mwahahaha. Bringing motorcycles into the Edo land. Yeah. Warner Brothers has suspended its deal with J.J. Abrams. You know that means party time. Are you serious, Clayton? They got out of the $400 million deal with J.J. Abrams? Whoa. I mean, I personally think that they can make a really good Black Superman movie if they made it based after Val Zod and they had Michael B. Jordan doing it because he understands the character of Val Zod, and I think he could make, like I said, fans make better products. They just do. Mandalorian is proof of this. Star Wars The Clone Wars. Star Wars Rebels. Batman Brave and the Bold. Even though I didn't like elements of Batman Brave and the Bold, I appreciate, you know, how much people love that stuff. Just like Dwayne McDuffie loved the Justice League characters and wrote them really well for that show. If he was just a regular writer, I don't think he could have brought in those characters to life as well as he did. Because he understood them. Which means, you know, if you get what you're doing, you can actually make an amazing product. So. But Quixotes is a hack. So, if he really lost, and his movie is dead, then that's a good thing for everybody, because his Superman movie was going to be very abrasive.
You were no match for me.
Just a minute.
I need to focus.
Hollywood Reporters reporting it? Oh, wow. Well, they must be licking their wounds then, because that was a movie they said was going to be better than Henry Cavill's Man of Steel, so... Thanks, Clayton. Megan Fox is a voice in Mortal Kombat. Yep. I don't remember the character she's playing as. I vaguely remember a vampire character in one of the Mortal Kombat games. I think it was Mortal Kombat 4. I think. But I don't remember.
You were no match for me.
Does anybody remember where the vampire chick from Mortal Kombat that Megan Fox is playing, like what her first appearance was? Was it Mortal Kombat 4? Or was it something obscure like Mortal Kombat Gold or Sub-Zero Chronicles or something? It was Deadly Alliance? Thank you, Goki. I actually liked Deadly Alliance. That was a cool game and a cool story. Sucks what happened to Liu Kang in it, though. Whoa, what? How did I fall?
You were no match for me.
Bow before me. Whoop, 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 whoop. Well, I'm glad you're happy, Clayton. Man, I wish I could have a victory stream on the 01 channel talking about this, because that was such a polarizing figure to write such a patriotic character. Oh yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on right now in this game, Gold Ninja. Like, it gives me a headache. Well, I mean, I already have a headache, but like, there's a lot of bright flashing colors and characters running around on the screen. I will tell you this though, it's fun. Like, this is, I've never ever milked DLC like this. So did you guys hear what the director of Zelda said today? How do you guys feel about that news? Did you see that coming, that announcement, or was it kind of like a big blow? Because they talked about Tears of the Kingdom not getting DLC. The director of Zelda did an interview in Japan. Goki says, I don't believe him. Okay. Goki says, lies. I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of devastated because I was like, but I feel like there's more they could do with the DLC. But, you know, when the director says something like they're not doing DLC, he never not said that they weren't going to do DLC for Breath of the Wild. Like, even when they were developing it. Like, so the fact that he came out and said that now, that's kind of a death flag for Tears of the Kingdom. But you know, maybe Tears of the Kingdom doesn't need DLC, but I've already done everything in the game that's worth doing, so. I wasn't ready to say goodbye just yet. I was like, oh, they'll have DLC or something. Apparently not. I know, but I told you guys this the other day, Goki. The current Nintendo doesn't really care about... they're not really gamers. They're business people that are always trying to catch that next big thing. And I agree with you that they are leaving a lot of money on the table. That's why Iwata milked Zelda, or wanted Zelda milked. Like, he already set the DLC and everything in motion before he died. Like, a lot of his big projects came post-Mortius. But this new Nintendo in Japan, I don't know. I agree, though. It's a poor decision because, I mean, there were so many people that bought Tears of the Kingdom. They could have easily made so much money with a season pass. And the fact that they're not doing that is just, I don't know. It's kind of crazy. I thought that the article that I read was like from a satire site, and then it turns out it's like a famous Japanese publication. I'm like, oh crap. Because I was thinking, there's no way they're doing that. There's no way they're just going to let Tears of the Kingdom die. Like after this holiday. So basically what their big focus is this year that they're going to do in their marketing, you watch. When marketing time comes for the big fall stuff, they're going to leave Tears of the Kingdom out of a lot of promotional stuff, and they're just going to focus on Mario. Like, it's Mario's year because of Mario's movie. I guarantee it. And guarantee, like, all the big, like, must-have games for Christmas when they do, like, their sizzle reel, it's going to be all about the new Mario games. Mario Wonder, Mario RPG, And whatever other Mario game I'm missing. Mario Rabbids.
I need to focus. I need to focus.
I don't know. I took a double take when I read the article. I was like, no way. No way this is real. This is satire. That has to be. You have so much potential to make so much more money with a season pass. Even if the DLC doesn't release until like the beginning of 2024, people would pre-order and buy the DLC. It doesn't make any sense to me. The only thing I can think of the reason why they're not doing the DLC is because the problems, like Tears of the Kingdom was in development during the pandemic. So maybe they just don't have the resources. Everybody, you know, that could be part of it. I don't know. It doesn't make any sense to me. It does not compute. That's like going to the World Series and benching your best pitcher in the, you know, when you really need them, and letting some rookie go out on the mound. It's a terrible idea.
You were no match for me. Just a minute.
Do not like. I did a sports reference. K-Wing did sports reference. What is barbecue sauce drink? I looked up what Rising Dragon was talking about. Did you guys know that there is actually a mustard juice?
You were no match.
The correct term for it is mustard green juice. It is real. It's a real thing. It's a health food drink. Mustard juice is real, yes. I kid you not. Look it up. Type mustard juice and you'll see its full name. Mustard green juice. It's a real thing. I've never heard of barbecue juice, though. I told Rising last night that I didn't believe him. I don't think mustard juice was real. And then I looked it up. Sure enough, it's a real thing. I can't tell you what's in it. I looked it up and I was like, this isn't a real thing. It's got to be like some type of... I got tricked, like Clayton tricks me all the time. Calls me gullible. Rising Dragon was doing the same thing to me. Which made me think, almost for a minute, that Rising Dragon and Clayton were the same person. One and the same. Turns out they're different people. I think. Kind of weird to have a bidding war with yourself, but... I mean, Amber believes that mirror people are going to come out of the mirror, so... Did you guys look up mustard juice? Your mind blown yet? I don't know, Clayton. I mean, the mannerisms between you and Rising were pretty close, dude. I almost thought you made an alt account. But getting to know Rising over the past couple days, you guys are definitely, you know, two different dudes. So, I'm sorry that I ever doubted that you were, you know, two separate people. Ow. I told you mustard juice was real. I said it. Now, I don't know if barbecue juice is real. Someone will have to confirm that for me. That I don't know about. I mean, I like me barbecue, but I don't think I want it in a juice.
System crash.
You were no match for me.
Great minds think alike. Alright, I have to see if this barbecue juice is real. Is barbecue juice a real thing?
BBQ juice.
I don't see a barbecue juice. I see Texas barbecue juice recipe? You really drink this, Clayton? Apple cider vinegar, brown sugar, Lone Star steak sauce. What? Wait, where is that? Where is it? Easy to make. Oh my gosh. Alright, here we go. You guys want to make barbecue juice? 1 tablespoon of paprika. 2 teaspoons of black pepper. 2 teaspoons of American chili powder. 1 teaspoon cumin powder. Yikes. 1 tablespoon of butter. 1 medium onion. 4 cloves of garlic. 1 green bell pepper. 1 cup Lone Star beer. 1/4 cup ketchup. 1/4 cup apple cider vinegar. Yikes. 3 tablespoons of Worcestershire sauce. 3 tablespoons of steak sauce. 2 tablespoons of brown sugar. 2 teaspoons of hot sauce. 2 cups of beef stock. And that will get you barbecue juice? Like, what? Why? Who would drink that? Who would drink that? Clayton, you were just messing with me, weren't you? It's a real recipe, dude. It's a real thing. Okay, now I know you're messing. Mayo and ice cream. I don't believe you. I don't believe you. Do not. But barbecue juice is a real thing. If you want to have an ulcer, go for it. I would think you just add, like, barbecue. Why add all that stuff to it? That's insane. It basically sounds like you're making, like, your own barbecue sauce. I wouldn't even drink that. That thing would be, like, so thick. That would be like gravy. It'd be like super barbecue gravy. It's crazy. Mustard juice is a real health food item, though, but barbecue juice, a doctor is going to be like, what is wrong with you? I got the last hit on Shredder! Sweet! Nope, we're done. We're done. Good run, guys. That's the last run of the night. Bloop. Majority rules. Good job, everybody. The gullible Goliath. But I'm not gullible. It's a real thing. I gave you guys the recipe. Texas barbecue juice recipe. It's a real thing. I wouldn't drink it, though. Ugh. 10 best apple juice barbecue sauces. Texas barbecue juice. It's a real thing. But I mean, mostly they use it looks like gravy. Ugh. I love gravy, but I mean, this is yuck. Yuck. Comments. Yeah, I have a comment. Why would you make something like this? Alright, Karai is a level 9. Awesome. That's my comment.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Shredder's Revenge.
The gullible Goliath.
Did you call me... Sounds like a really runny barbecue sauce. I know, right? All right, let's see if Karai has a toy figure, and then we're going to call it, and I'll get ready for Starfield. So Karai's a level 9 now. All that's left is April and Karai. So Karai's doesn't have a toy costume. 2012, Genesis. Huh? Wait. First appearance, don't know. 03, 12, Genesis, Super Nintendo. Wait, what is the yellow one? Where is the yellow one from? Huh? Wait. That's player 2. That's the that's oh jeez. That's Tournament Fighter Karai Alt 2. Genesis Alt TF regular TF. Okay. Yeah. Okay, cool. All right, so anyway, guys and gals, Starfield's next. Alright, so Clayton says he made something up, and it turned out to be real, and he called me gullible. It hurts my feelings. I've never heard of Texas barbecue sauce juice. It's a real thing. You can go to the website and read about it yourself. I would not drink it, though. I mean, the amount of stuff in here would give me an ulcer. Worcestershire sauce, apple cider vinegar, steak sauce, brown sugar, hot sauce, beef stock, beer, and plus it's got onions, got chili powder in it. My gosh, that's like one trip to the emergency room. I mean, Texas likes spicy things, but seriously. Anyway, see you guys on whatever the game is that we're doing, Starfield. I just need a few minutes to get something to drink that isn't that other stuff. Clayton says I'll try it out. I will send you the recipe. Here. I don't know if you guys can see. I can post links, but there. There. It's a real thing. Have fun. Texas barbecue juice. Clayton needs to make it now. He trolled me. He needs to make it. Alright. I'll see you guys on the next stream.